Hi everybody. I'm reviewing Diamond Petals by Thalia Sodi that I just picked up at Burlington for $9.99. I actually went in to get something else, but saw this while I was in line and kind of quickly looked at reviews, and it was only $9.99, so I picked it up. I know I look shiny and sweaty and tired. I've been at a film festival all day, which was great. But I just wanted to review this before I go to bed tonight because I'll probably put it back in the box and not keep it due to lack of longevity mostly. So here's the box. Here's her beautiful face. This bottle, I've heard a lot of people say that they like this artsy bottle, and I like it too. It's nice. It's different. This, I believe she has 4 out, and one is amethyst that a lot of people like, and it's more purpley in tone. This might look like that on camera, but this is the pinky one. So what do I want to say about this? First of all, it's really, really a shame that it doesn't last longer because it is pretty. It came out in 2019, and it is a floral, fruity floral. I do like smelling it. I do like the bottle. It would look great to just be sitting along with my multitude of other bottles, including multitudes of, quote, cheapies. I just have so many of them. When I first sprayed this in the car, it reminded me of something. Well, also, let me tell you, I sprayed the back of my big pillow a few hours ago, and I sprayed it a lot. And I thought, when I read Fragrantica and other reviews, there were a handful of people that said it had good longevity for them. But most people said no, it was lacking in longevity, and even someone said more like that of a body spray. So, as usual, I was hoping, let it have decent longevity or moderate, and not like the people complaining about how weak it was. Always hoping for the best, of course. Well, I can barely smell it on the pig now, like very, very faintly. And that was just maybe within 3 hours. And I sprayed it a lot. When I first sprayed it in the car, I was like, oh, that reminds me of something. And it still does. It's got a nice atomizer on it, which I'll show you. Hopefully you can see. That's nice. You can see that's a nice mist. This is really pretty. It's just sucks that it doesn't last longer. If you don't mind spraying it at $99.99, that's what I found it for at Burlington, then this would be really nice, particularly in the summer. I would even wear this in the winter because I like this type of fruity floral fragrance. And I do like this bottle. Why do these celebrity fragrances, why do they make certain ones smell really nice and they just don't last? And I've just gotten to the point where that just aggravates me. I mean, I was just telling my daughter, I probably have like 50 Bath and Body sprays that I love that I haven't even, not even close to put a dent in, like not even used, just because I'm really lazy about carrying stuff around and like reapplying. I love them all. I bought them. Sometimes I put them on, I think to myself, I put them on at night. Okay, so I could picture any age, but especially like a young woman in the summertime. To me, this has like flirty, sexy, beachy vibes, almost like a beachy mixed drink. I could see a young woman at the nightclub at the beach, like an oceanfront nightclub. This kind of smell. It is flirty and sexy. I heard other people say, I heard several other people say that it seems like something Victor and Rolf would put out. I could kind of see what they mean, where they're going with that. So let's anyway, that's the kind of vibe I get off this. And I mean, it would look pretty on the dresser if you're the type that you're married or you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever partner, and you want to spritz it on somewhere close at hand where you can constantly reapply it, then yes, it is pretty. Now, when I first sprayed it, it did have that little, it went away fairly quickly, but it had that little, I don't even know what it is they put in more inexpensive fragrances, but it has a certain scent to it. And the inexpensive ones, I don't know how to describe it, but it had that momentarily that did, and I'm not talking about the alcohol. It's some other, maybe some kind of preservative they use. I don't know, but it's typically in the less expensive ones. That did taper off fairly quickly, and it did just get pretty. The fruits are really pretty on this. It's almost, like I said, like a mixed drink at the beach, but with floral, sexy, flirty perfuminess. You do get like spring, summer vibes off of it. And it's fun and, fun and flirty. So let's read the notes. It also, this is really fresh at first, and that's the citrus, I'm sure. So it almost comes off as like a fruity freshy, but then it sweetens and gets more floral with the fruits, which is nice. So the top notes are nice juicy guava, grapefruit, mandarin orange, casses, and middle notes are freesia. Freesia is bright, macarons, magnolia, lily of the valley, rose, base notes of vanilla bean, sandalwood, coconut, and cedar. It does have, it's got the light woodiness. It's not like a heavy woody. I think it would have had more substance if it had more woodiness to it with this really pretty combination of fruit and floral. I'm so sorry. That is not COVID, but I am getting over a cold. I've been dosing on D3. I think that's shortening it. And it does have sweetness, but it's not like sickening sweet to me. I heard other people, or read other people say that it was rather sweet, but it really isn't overly sweet. Bright fruity floral with sweetness, but more fruity floral. The sweetness is definitely there, but not overdone. So coconut, that's what I was trying to smell for. If there's coconut, it's not a heavy coconut, maybe just lending a little bit of creaminess to the sandalwood, in the base. It does dry. It gets a little sweeter and creamier as it dries. It's pretty. I was just hoping it would last longer, and it doesn't. I sprayed it again. Maybe you'll be one of those people that, for whatever reason, it lasts on you, but I've sprayed it on my skin, and I've sprayed it on fabric, and I would love for it to last. This is one that's nice and juicy. It's citrusy and juicy, and then the bright floral comes into play. Really pretty. But this is one that would aggravate me having it around because it's pretty, but it doesn't last. I mean, I could see, for those who say it does last, maybe I smoke and vape, and something has got to be potent and having some kind of trail and some kind of projection for me to really enjoy noticing that I'm wearing it. But maybe if you're the type of person that you have a more sterile environment, maybe you do notice it lingering throughout the day, like some people claim, in which case, with the way I've described it, you may like it then. Or I could see this for like, even a teenage girl, we're carrying it around in her bag, put it in her locker, in the car, college age, maybe somebody who doesn't mind toting these kind of things around. And I've noticed that younger people seem to not mind as much, just having to constantly reapply and spray. If you don't mind doing that, and if you like a bright, kind of playful, fruity floral, very girly, this is very girly, much like the pink juice would hint at. I've watched a few reviews on, you know, Thalia's other fragrances, and this one seems to be very more designer-like and um, probably the more girlier one from what others have said. This is the only one by her that I've ever smelled. But I think I wouldn't mind smelling, let me look back. I wouldn't mind smelling the blooming opal, which I understand from what others say is tropical, like a white floral tropical. And then the absolute amethyst, I think, is more one that probably has more depth to it. This is flirty, girly, and pretty. But the lasting, I mean, already it's there. It's still in my hand. I mean, this is not quite that of a light body spray, but I see why people would say that. I mean, it's close to it. So, I feel like that sums it up. I see where other people argue about what this reminds them of. And they argue so much, I don't even think it's worth mentioning. This reminds me of something from back in the day, and I just cannot place it. I wish I could. But it's youthful and it's girly. It's nice, and the fruits are really nice in it. The florals are pretty. And it does have a level of sweetness for that girliness, but it just doesn't last. So, what a shame, though. I mean, like I said, if you want to keep on spraying, it is a really cool bottle, and it sprays nicely, and it's a nice smell. So, if you don't mind reapplying it, go ahead and spend your $10 if you like that juicy, bright, like the citrus is bright at first, but then and juicy, but then it's got the sweet florals. And, if you like that kind of thing, that flirty girliness, then it's nice. And if you don't mind spraying and spraying and spraying, or if you want it sitting by your bed at night, then you can, spray all over. I just have so many that, I don't need to keep it personally. And that's that for this one. I actually went into Burlington again because I wanted the pink sugar red velvet. I gave away my original pink sugar because that one's just got a harshness to it. I do like Berry Blast a lot. But this one, I'm pointing to this. The red velvet I'll review separately. To me, that smells like a combination of Bath and Body. I'm talking about the pink sugar red velvet, y'all, not this. But I'll do that separately. Anyhow, what a shame. I want to keep it and I want to love it. Actually, I really like it. I just want it to last, and it doesn't. I was hoping, and it doesn't. But maybe it will on you. All right. I'm so tired from my really fun day. I'm rambling. I hope you're all having a great evening, or if you're watching in the morning, a great morning and a great day.